All right, so the first question is, do I always use the same induction, or do I make up an induction each time? That's the first question that somebody wants an answer to. And when I'm thinking that what you mean by this is, do I do that during a session when I work one-on-one with a person? There are a number of ways to answer this question. One of the ways to look at this question is, do I use the same induction with the same person in session after session, or do I use the same induction with every client when they come in, every new client? Well, the answer is that I like to, when I work with someone one-on-one, this is not making a recording and marketing online, this is just working with a client one-on-one, I usually use a beach induction first. But the reason I do that is because I ask them what they'd like. I give them sort of a menu. I have the beach induction, an induction for walking in the city, an induction for walking in the woods. I have various inductions that I can share with them, but most people like the beach induction. So usually I use the beach induction with people in the first session. And then what I like to do is usually mix it up a little bit. What you want to avoid with clients is having them come back to each session and think that you're doing the same thing every time, because realize a client is going to check out after the first few minutes. They're not going to hear what comes after that. So if you're saying the same words every time to the client, then they're going to think you're doing the same exact thing. They're not getting their money's worth. So just in order to make it more dynamic for them, to allow them to know that you're not just using the same session every time, even though the script is different, it's good to mix it up and use a different induction with a client, unless they prefer to stay on the beach. Usually you can say, okay, you like the beach, well, how about we'll change it a little bit, we'll have you on a dock, and they usually say fine. It doesn't really matter to them usually. But you need to go through a little bit of a checklist with clients before you work with them, because some people are afraid of the beach. Some people have been attacked by a shark in the water. Some people almost drown in the water. So the beach to them, in many cases, means scary, and it doesn't help them relax at all. So for you, it may be wonderful, but for them, it may scare them. So you need to make sure that you're working with them using something that's going to be relaxing for them.